a slight breeze, I think about 6 to 8 miles an hour coming out of the north, last I heard. Temperature at game time, 76 degrees, and it's just a perfect night.
Based on all the heat that we've had, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
This is absolutely utopia.
Ideal. We're up here in the new press box, which is open air for the time being, and couldn't be a better night to be open air. So back deep, Miles Bryant to receive for the Owls, standing at his 5-yard line. He's flanked by Walt Wepfer. And who's that on the left side there?
Chase Moore.
Chase Moore. There at about the 10-yard line. And here's the kick, high end over end. Chase Moore will take it at the 17, up to the 20, 25. Makes a cut and trips over his own man at the 30-yard line. Goes down to 32, and looked like he might have busted that one.
Well, if he doesn't trip right there, Bobby, I think he's got at least another 10. The Owls still wind up with pretty good field position out past the 30-yard line. Boy, it would have been nice to have started around the 40, though.
Michael Park, senior quarterback, will lead the offense. Park will have Alston and Zach Scott out wide to his right. Another wide receiver at the top of the screen as Moore goes in motion. They pitch to Wepfer around the right side, and Walt Wepfer, the sophomore, getting a start in a two-back setup in the backfield.
You see a little bit of difference there, Bobby. There's no tight end in that formation. Still have the 3 wide receivers, but no tight end. You have the 2-back set. This time Chase Moore goes in motion. He winds up about where the tight end would have been, maybe a little more outside, which gives him a better angle on that block.
Gain of 2 on the play for Wepfer. Makes it 2nd and 8, Owls at their 34-yard line. Parks under center, 2 wides to the left, 1 to the right. Moore goes in motion left. And Park, 3-step drop, looking over the middle, fires, incomplete, and almost picked off, but ruled incomplete, aiming it for Drew Alston just past midfield.
Drew was open. He went up with 1 arm instead of going up with the 2 arms, and would have liked to have had 2 hands out there. The ball was catchable, but it wasn't a great pass either.
And Bobby, actually, we had both receivers. Drew came open, and so did Zach Scott on the far side. So it looks like we're going to be able to get people open. We just got to make sure we hit them and catch the ball.
3rd down and 8, and the Owls operating from the shotgun. Back to pass. Park, little flip out to Moore, makes a move on a man, tries to get to the 1st down, but stops short at the 39-yard line. About 1.5 yards short in a punting situation for MUS.
We didn't make a 1st down there, but you can see offense is going to be there. There are things that are going to be open, throwing the ball down the field. I think we're going to be okay as we move into the game.
10:30 left in the first quarter. Drew Alston into punt, gets the kick away. A high spiral, goes down to about the 11-yard line, taken there. Boom, what great punt coverage by John Stokes.
And that was good from the get-go. That was a great snap. Drew gets a superb punt off. Great coverage by the first 2 people down there, Bobby.
And I think Stokes is snapping it and then being the first man down the field, too. Hopefully he's ready to play tonight.
Well, that was a 59-yard punt, guys, if my math is right.
That was big-time college punt right there, guys.
And it was pretty, too.
And, I mean, and what, a 1-yard return? That's about the 13-yard lines where MBA takes over. Austin Bennett, the quarterback. He's got offset eye in the backfield behind him, gives to the tailback, who cuts it back across the 15 up to about the 17-yard line. DeAndre Jones on the stop for MUS.
Nice job, but DeAndre is the backside buzzard right there. He did not fast play that. He kind of kept his position so that he could take that cutback, Bobby.
5-yard gain, though, for MBA. Big Red will have it 2nd and 5 from the MUS 18-yard line. They send 2 wides to the right. Again, an offset backfield behind Bennett. And they'll pitch it to the tailback around the right side. A good hit by Ben Stallworth.
And that's great defense right there. It all starts with Buck counter, getting up the field, moving the line of scrimmage backwards, and the running back has nowhere to go. And then team pursuit, inside out. great team defense with the leader being Buck Towner.
Stop for only a yard gain was Christian Waddy as Stallworth made the big hit from his middle linebacker position. 3rd and 4, call it. 2 wides left, 1 to the right, and the draw play to the tailback. He's dropped for a loss by Stallworth again.
And that is play recognition right there. I guarantee you, Ben was focused on the tailback. Last week we saw against Trinity, they ran the draw very successfully. An outstanding job right there.
And Stallworth coming out to play. He is ready to roll tonight.
8:50 remaining in the first quarter, and punting situation for MBA as on to punt for the Big Red is Ben Bartholomew, the big fullback, and he'll kick it to Chase Moore. Gets it off. That's a good punt. Moore calls for a fair catch at his 40-yard line, and good coverage by MBA as they were right on Moore.
Very good defensive series by the Owls. 3 and out, we'll take it all day long. Especially, remember last weekend, it didn't work like that. This weekend, defense comes out, fired up, and makes some good stops early.
42-yard punt for MBA, so we're seeing some good legs.
No slouch there either. It appears the kicking game is going to be very even.
Again, the Owls with a slight wind advantage here in the first quarter. Wind coming out of the north. The Owls headed toward the south end zone. Split backfield behind Michael Park with 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side. Chase Moore and Walt Wepford, the split back. Park 3-step drop, fires for Alston, incomplete.
That's Bowie on the left-hand side, number 9.
Okay, not number 8. Sorry about that, folks.
And Michael checked at the line of scrimmage. He saw man-to-man coverage, and he said, I can throw it, Bowie can catch it, and it was right there. Good coverage.
It was good coverage, but Michael put the ball exactly where he had to. That we've got to have Stephen come away with that catch.
2nd down and 10 now for the Owls. Bowie again wide left. Moore wide, Lee Moore wide right. And Alston in the slot right as Park lines up in the shotgun with back on either side of him. And he'll give on the draw play to Wepford. The sophomore bolts up the middle for a big pickup across the 45 out to about the 48-yard line.
Nice execution on the draw play right there. And with 2 backs in the backfield, it gives you someone that you can lead up in the hole with, Bobby, and he can take on that linebacker.
And Walt ran the ball real tough in there. He ran over his shoulders, delivered the hit, picked up an extra yard or 2.
8-yard gain for the sophomore Wepford. Owls line up in a tight formation this time with only 1 wide receiver and a split backfield behind Michael Park. And they'll run the option left. Park keeps it and has the first down as he crosses midfield into NBA territory before being knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
And the key to that play was that there was a clean line of scrimmage. The offensive line did an outstanding job of allowing Michael basically a clean field to work with there, Bobby.
Let's talk about those guys. Neely Mallory, Matthew Edwards, Will Aldridge, Tyler Horn, and Ian Carruthers moving the line of scrimmage down the field.
7 yards from Michael Park on the option play. 1st and 10 Owls at the NBA 46-yard line. Now the Moore rolls out of the backfield, leaving Park alone. He'll fire deep down the left side for Bowie. Just off his fingertips, the 15-yard line.
They're playing bump and run coverage on the left-hand side. Bowie's in a man-to-man situation, and they're trying not to let Bowie get off the line of scrimmage. That time, Bowie was fighting for the first 5 or 10 yards. He beats him deep. He's there. The ball's there. Stephen's struggling getting off the line, but he's there. He's got to make the grab. He's got to make the catch.
2nd and 10 for the Owls from the 45-yard line. 2 wides to the right, 1 to the left. Chase Moore goes in motion now, takes the handoff off the left side and dives forward for about a 3-yard gain.
And that's a 3-yard gain that could have been a 1-yard loss. Chase did an outstanding job of seeing the linebacker trying to fill the hole and went up over him in a hurdling position. That's not something you normally tell your running back to do, Bobby, but that was quite an athletic move out of Chase Moore.
Number 6, Zach Scott checking into the game, and I thought he looked the best last week at the receiver position. Zach Scott can make some plays.
3-yard gain makes it 3rd and 7 for the Owls at the MBA 42-yard line. Twins to each side as Park drops back from the shotgun, rolls to his right, fires on the run, has a man down there, and is he inbound?
And he said yes.
Nice. Catch
I tell you what a great job of dragging that foot, Bobby. It was close, but what a super job. And Lee Moore was just wide open.
Wide open, and Michael did a good job getting around the corner, and then he was thinking about running for the first down. Then he sees Lee open. He pulls up and puts the ball on the money. Michael's throwing the ball very well this evening.
Maybe the best I've seen him all year.
32-yard gain for Lee Moore on the reception from Michael Park. Makes it 1st and goal for the Owls from the 10-yard line. Single wideout to each side. Park from the shotgun with the back on either side of him. He'll give it to the sophomore Tillman, and David gets stacked up right at the 10-yard line. Not much running room.
Well, it's not going to be much running room. And if you looked at the way MBA was lined up right there, they basically had every offensive lineman covered. So there's not going to be much room inside. But they're giving us man coverage on the outside, and we've got to be able to take advantage of it. Our receivers have got to beat the defender and get open.
2nd and goal from the 10 for MUS. 5:45 remaining in the first quarter. Twins left, one right. Chase Moore, the lone running back, with Park in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Park rolls to his left on the play action and gets to the 5-yard line before he's bounced out of bounds.
Oh, he took a shot, Mike.
Yeah.
He took a shot high and low right there on the left-hand side. That was a big hit.
Good choice, though, to run with the ball right there, Bobby. He got the corner, and while he might have, a perfect pass might have got the ball in there, I think that was a really wise choice on his part to keep the ball in his hands.
There was tight coverage on that left side. There was tight coverage over there. NBA's been in a 5-3 defense right now. Looks like they're going to shift it here and go to a 4-man front. Now they're going back to a 5-man front once again.
Owls with 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line following the 6-yard pickup by Michael Park. Split backfield behind Park, who's under center with one wide out. He'll fake the handoff and keeps it, and he stops short at about the 3-yard line. It'll bring up a 4th down and a likely field goal situation for MUS.
Yeah, we'd like to get the ball in the end zone, but right here you got to take the points that may be available. Get that lead.
And we'll be lining up on the left hash. Not an automatic.
No, but this is the first time that Zach's had high school goalposts to actually kick to as far as field goals.
A little wider than the college variety.
Yeah, significantly so.
Of course, referring to the Bridges Classic at the Liberty Bowl, our opener, and then last week at Northern Florida for the Nice game. Jeffrey Wright holds, and Zach Scott from the 10-yard line. Kick is up, and the 20-yard attempt is good. There's timeout on the field with 3:58 to play in the first quarter. It's MUS 3, MBA nothing. You're listening to MUS football on the Owl Broadcasting Network. MUS with a 3-0 lead over MBA following the 20-yard field goal by Zach Scott. And Scott set to kick it away for the Owls. And this one will not be returned. It's into the end zone and a touchback. Big Red will take over at their 20-yard line.
Outstanding job of getting the ball in the end zone. That's by far and away the best kind of kick coverage that you can ask for, is for that kicker to put it in there. That means no return, ball at the 20-yard line.
So MUS stopped MBA with 3 and out, their first possession. Again, the MBA operating with their second-team quarterback, Austin Bennett, a junior, since their starter, David Howe, injured his knee in last week's game and is watching from the sideline on crutches. 3 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Now they bring 1 in motion and hand him the ball as he sweeps the left end. DeAndre Jones throws it for a loss.
Oh, DeAndre was sitting on that one. He was sitting on it and waiting. Come around that left-hand side. DeAndre takes on a blocker and then annihilates the running back in the numbers.
And that's an outstanding defensive play by the Buzzard. He did not allow himself to get hooked. He kept his hands on there. He saw the whole play coming. And what I'm noticing is that the Owl defense seems to have good play recognition based on their practice this week.
Loss of a yard on the play. Makes it 2nd and 11 for MBA. Single running back behind the quarterback, Bennett. That's Christian Waddy. Back to throw is Bennett looking downfield now. He'll tuck it under and run across the 20 and hit dropped by John Stokes at about the 24-yard line.
And John Stokes, he reads it the whole way. John makes his drop as soon as that quarterback pulls the ball down and heads on. John is right there, and he's on the move.
And that was good coverage down the field by the defensive backs, too. MUS only rushing 3 players that time, dropping 8 into their zones. And then when the quarterback scrambles and comes upfield, Stokes closes hard and finishes him.
3rd and 6 for MBA. They'll send trips to the right, 1 to the left. Single running back behind Bennett, whose 3-step drop fires on the run and has a man out at the 38-yard line. Good execution by MBA. Hit his wide receiver, Placerman.
Got a flag down there on the 22-yard line, though, Mike.
Okay, so this one could be nullified.
Yeah, they got an illegal receiver downfield, according to the preliminary signal by the referee.
Call that play back.
I think they'll be marching it straight back towards their own end zone. Which we're fortunate there because NBA dropped back in pass. Then MUS was blitzing. We didn't get there quick enough, though. He had all day to throw the football, and the man was wide open on the right side.
Yeah, if you come with the extra pressure, you better get there. Because if you don't and they pick you up, you're leaving these secondary guys with, to be honest with you, inexperience, having to cover receivers downfield. And that's not going to be the best thing that we can have happen.
So instead of 1st and 10 at the 38, it's now 3rd and 11 from the 19 for MBA. Trips to the left, 1 to the right. Bennett back to throw, fires deep down the left side, overthrows his man at about the 40-yard line. Good coverage by the Owls.
Good coverage, and there was good backside pressure by Cisco Larson that time.
Bring up 4th and 11. I like it. 3 up, 3 down.
On the coverage that time was Jay Edwards.
Good to have Jay back in uniform. He's been out for a couple weeks, and Jay will come up and hit you. Not a big guy, but he will come up and slap you around.
Bartholomew to punch for MBA. Chase Moore back to receive. Owls put on a rush, but he gets it away. Ball will hit out toward midfield, and MBA downs it at the 45-yard line.
Pretty good rush put on by the punt team right there, Bobby. The Owls probably about a step and a half, 2 steps away, but don't be surprised if we put on a good rush. What NBA likes to do with their punt team is kind of fan out like this, and we're going to try to ride those people out, but we're going to still try to get some pressure up front.
Again, good field position for MUS at their own 46-yard line. 1:53 remains in the first quarter. MUS up 3-0 over MBA. 2 wide receivers wide right, 1 left. Michael Park will operate from the shotgun with a running back on each side. And he'll give it to Walt Whipper, the sophomore, busted across midfield and close to a first down in NBA territory.
Excellent job of blocking up front. Good lead block by Chase Moore, and then really hard running by the sophomore, Walt Whipper.
And good play call, too. NBA shifts back into a 4-man front, 3 linebackers, 2 corners, and 2 safeties. More of a pass-oriented defense. MUS takes advantage of that and runs it straight up the gut.
Whipper, stockily built, 5'10", 180, and he's got a burst to him. 1:25 remaining first quarter. Twins to the right, 1 to the left. Chase Moore and Whipper split in the backfield behind Park, who's under center this play. Michael retreats, being rushed, rolls out of the pocket to the right now, throws it away, out of bounds. And no receiver I could see near the pass. That was just a...
He was way outside of the tackle box, and I guess they now allow high school quarterbacks to get rid of the ball as long as they're outside of the tackle.
I know this officiating crew does.
Yes, they did. They just let him.
Well, good rule. I mean, you know.
No, that's what I was afraid of.
Now they just threw a flag. You talk about a late flag.
And I'm not sure what that flag's going to be about. I don't know whether it's going to be on us or them.
Owls are ready to run a play, and
it's against MUS. As the officials marking them back.
But you know, the way he was pointing, I'm not sure that wasn't a penalty on the bench. The defense had huddled over here, and maybe they were.
So that is intentional grounding.
Yeah. And that doesn't surprise me. I didn't think they'd gone to high school with that rule.
Oh, they ought to, though. They're right.
We're not paying Michael millions of dollars like they do those guys in the NFL.
5 yards from the spot of the foul, which makes it even worse. All the way back to the Owl 44-yard line, 2nd and 22, according to our scoreboard math.
That looks about right, I'm afraid.
So the Owls need to get to the MBA 38-yard line to get a first down, and that's a fur piece, as they say.
The big key here is try to get at least half of it. You don't have to get all of it, but if you can get half of it.
Trips to the left, one to the right. Chase Moore, the lone setback and he gets the handoff off the left side, and Chase busted across midfield into NBA territory.
That was Chase Moore.
Left tackle after the 49-yard line, gain of 7 on the play for Chase Moore.
And that's a good play. That's a good play. You knew NBA was going to be coming. They were looking for pass, so that's a nice positive yardage play.
3rd and 15 now for the Owls from the NBA 49. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Chase Moore to the left of Park in the shotgun. And Michael to throw. Being rushed, little flip out to Moore, left side. Has one man to beat, can't get away from him. Great tackle in the open field by the NBA defender, Ben Bartholomew. He's a junior, and he's a good one at 6'2", 220. Ball's going out there on the left-hand side. Bartholomew made the tackle and lights up Mr. Moore.
Memory serves me right. Wasn't there a Will Bartholomew that played at NBA and then was a pretty good running back, fullback up at UT?
Oh, is it Ben?
I think he's Will Bartholomew in Tennessee.
At UT, he does that D1 deal now, which is an athletic play. Work out, get in good shape there, Mike.
How about it? That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, MUS 3 and NBA nothing. You're listening to MUS football on the Owl Broadcasting Network. Mike Lawhead, Barry Ray, and Bobby Wade back at MUS, the newly renovated Holdobs Field, where MUS leads MBA in their home opener by a score of 3-0. Drew Alston will punt it away for MUS. Line of scrimmage is the MUS 46-yard line. Alston had a 59-yarder with the wind at his back. Now he's kicking into the wind and gets it a pretty good one off. Fair catch called for at the 19-yard line.
And Drew actually had to kind of short leg that one because there was a pretty good rush put on by MBA. Great effort on Drew's part to get that ball off.
And we need another defensive stance right here because the Owl offense has done some things, but we only have 3 points. So we need the defense to step in right here. Let's get the ball back and then get some points on the board.
35 yards on the punt for Alston. And NBA takes over at their 19. The Big Red have been held in check and deep in their own territory the entire ball game. And here's Bennett with a handoff to the tailback. Breaks one tackle, the line of scrimmage, still on his feet, gets out to the 24-yard line. Nice run by the tailback Waddy, or check that.
That was Patrick
Crum, a sophomore.
John Stokes made the tackle.
They run that draw. They're going to run a variety of draws and try to bait the defensive linemen of MUS upfield and then kind of wall them off. Nice execution.
3-man front for the Owls. The NBA lines 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Give it to Crum around the left side, and the sophomore stopped on a nice tackle.
Jay Edwards with a spectacular play on the left-hand side.
That was Patrick Crum.
Fighting through a block. He finally
He's brought
gets
down
it
by
right
Jay
when the
Edwards.
running back shows up. He makes a perfect tackle. That's a heck of a play.
It was a similar kind of play, not maybe as spectacular as the tackle DeAndre had, but it's the same kind of play, Bobby. He takes on the blocker, sheds him, and makes the tackle.
Gain of 2 on the play for the sophomore Patrick Crum. That's 2 outstanding sophomore running backs for each side tonight. Crum for the Big Red and Wepfer for the Owls. 3rd and 2 for MBA. Offset eye in the backfield behind Bennett. And they'll give it to Crum. He's hitting the backfield and dropped for a loss back at the 24-yard line.
Alley Folk.
Standing.
Alley Folk, DeAndre, Stokes.
Cisco
That
Larson.
was Patrick Crum.
It was a whole herd of
Cisco
outs
Larson
right there.
made the
Kind of a
tackle.
jailbreak, and that was outstanding defense on 3rd down.
And we needed it. We need it. We've only got 3 points right now. Great defensive play so far tonight.
So another 3 and out by the Owls defense, and Bartholomew set to punt it away for the Big Red. Chase Moore at his 35-yard line. High snap. Bartholomew gets it away. End-over-end kick. Sends Moore back to his 30-yard line. Beats the first man. Gets to the 37, and down he goes to the 38-yard line.
Make one cut
That
and
was
hit it
Chase
upfield.
Moore.
One
Go.
cut,
Turning
hit it
10
upfield,
Bartholomew
and get what you
punt.
can. Now, that was good coverage by MBA. But you take on that first man, you make that one cut, and then you hit it upfield.
And MUS keeps getting the ball in good field position. That's probably why we're not going after a punt right now.
Right.
But I believe, based upon the snap and the way the punter, how long he takes to get it, we can get a punt.
We'll get one
We
before
can
it's
block.
over with. I agree with you, Bobby.
1st and 10 Owls. They spot the ball at the MUS 37-yard line. Twins left, one right. Split backfield behind Park, who's under center. Now Wepfer goes in motion left, and they pitch to Tillman around the left side. The sophomore trying to get to the corner, can't get there. Dragged down from behind.
And I believe that was the safety.
Raider,
That was David
6
Tillman.
foot 175 DB with a one-armed, one hand coming to the ground type of tackle. A lot of muscle.
And we had a lot of people hat on hat outside. We didn't have anybody assigned as a free safety. An outstanding play by the young man.
Loss of a yard on the play. 2nd and 11 for the Owls. Again, a split backfield for MUS as Park lines up under center. Wepfer goes in motion to the right. Michael retreats to throw, fires over the middle, completes it. Drew Olson, he's got a first down up at the 47-yard line.
Nice execution there. Michael delivers the ball. Good catch by Drew. He brings it in very secure because he knows he's going to get hit.
And 2 really good plays there. Michael had a lot of pressure on him, so he showed the poise to make the throw.
Not
And
before
Drew was
MUS.
covered.
First down.
Drew was covered. He caught the ball
At the
in a lot of pressure.
47-yard line.
1st and 10 Owls at their 47-yard line. Stephen Bowie wide to the left. Alston wide right. Split backfield as Park drops back to join them in the shotgun. And he gives it to Tillman off the left side. Boy, he's hit hard on a big-time tackle by Ben Bartholomew, the 220-pound linebacker, and he's a player.
6'2",
Bartholomew
220
tackle.
junior. Picture-perfect form tackle, face mask, in the numbers. That was real.
David will remember that one tomorrow morning, I promise you.
And it looked like David might have some running room there. And boy, Bartholomew plugged that hole in a hurry. 2nd and 9 for the Owls. Twins to the right, one to the left. Split backfield. 2 sophomores, Wepfer and Tillman. Park back to throw, fires over the middle, has a man, Bowie complete at the MBA 35-yard line.
There's a flag on the play, and I certainly hope it's NBA jumping.
What a beautiful
Park
pass.
pass is
Jeeping, he's
complete
Christmas.
to
Nah,
Stephen
it's got
Bowie.
it back, guys. Illegal procedure.
And that's a shame because Michael
Chris
Park
Gear
standing in
made
the
the
pocket
tackle.
threw a beautiful
Flag on the
strike
play.
across the middle, threading the defense. I mean, it was perfect.
That was good throw, good catch.
Official
Calls something on Lee Moore, who seems to be agitated.
So we just need Lee to make another good play here and kind of make up for that.
Yep. 5-yard step off. Instead of the first down at the NBA 35, the Owls will have it 2nd and 14 at their 43-yard line. Twins right, one left. Split backfield behind Park. Owls a little different offensive look this week. And whistle.
Delay of game.
Delay of game on MUS.
And those are the kind of mistakes that it makes their execution that much more difficult, Bobby, when you have those kind of errors.
So MUS going the wrong direction. They're back at their 39-yard line now with 2nd and 19, 7:05 remaining in the half. And the Owls give it to Tillman off the left side. And boy, nowhere to run to for young David as he's stacked up.
But just when MUS was getting on a roll, 2 penalties back-to-back, and put us back in the hole.
3rd and 19 from the 39-yard line.
And Coach McKay can look at his pre-played script right here, and I can promise you there aren't many good 3rd and 19 plays there.
Now, 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Park from the shotgun with Chase Moore back there with him. Fires over the middle, complete to Alston. Breaks a couple of tackles, gets it close to midfield, but well short of the first down.
And while it's going to be short of the first down, it puts the ball at midfield, and for us punting, gives us the opportunity to really pin MBA back close to their goal line. So that was a very, very important play for field position.
And once again, Drew Austin making a good grab in traffic and then getting down and not taking the big hit.
Here's Austin with the punt, gets it away. MBA will let it bounce, and
bounced the wrong way, Mike.
Yeah, it took an MBA bounce, and Owls down it at about the 22-yard line.
Yeah, that's one of those, if it bounces the other way,
Austin
that's another 10
down
yards. They
back
get the
in
ball at
22.
10, instead it bounced this way, and now they get the ball outside the 20.
Defense has done a great job making plays. Now, I want to get greedy. I want the football.
Yeah, let's get a turnover.
Let's cause a turnover. We're doing a
Absolutely.
good job. Let's do a great job. Let's get the ball. That'll help the offense put a spark there, and maybe the offense can get some points on the board. Or, hey, I'm not against.
Why don't we just score defensively?
There you go.
You like that one?
Just take a pick and go the distance.
1st and 10 for MBA. Single setback. They put a man in motion to the left. And Bennett back to throw, looking left. Being rushed now, will run with it. Gets across the 25. Boy, he's hit and down at the 27-yard line. Was that Stokes that hit him?
It was, and I guarantee you, that young man does not want to run the ball. Just watching him run, but boy, he was faced John Stokes. You could hear the crowd
is met by
and I
John
like that.
Stokes.
Well, you heard the hit all the way up here.
Absolutely, and we've got earphones up.
Wow, big hit.
5-yard pickup for Austin Bennett, but he earned every yard of it following that hit by Stokes. 5:05 remaining in the half. Clock ticking. Wide receivers. Campbell to the football. Looks like MUS. Oh no, they saved. NBA got it back.
But I tell you what, there was no room for the running back. And again, great penetration by the people up front. They did not handle the ball overly well. Good reaction on the part of the Owls. We were just a finger away from being able to recover that.
Christian Waddy, the tailback, fumbled it and in the backfield and then pounced on it just seconds before a flurry of Owl defenders went after it. Twins to each side, single setback. Bennett under center, back to throw, being rushed, fires over the middle, and flag thrown as the Owls knocked down the receiver out to the 45-yard line.
No doubt about that call, Mike.
Yeah.
I mean, Barnett just absolutely leveled their receiver. I mean, I couldn't tell if he meant to or he was just turned and ran and they ran into each other, but
It looked inadvertent.
Defensive pass interference. Automatic first down.
Regardless,
You know what?
it was a big hit.
Walter's going to walk away saying, you know, that was a mistake, but boy, it felt good. You know, the young sophomore is not afraid to hit you.
And not at all. And that was a big hit.
It was a great big hit. That is NBA's first down of this half, Bobby.
and that by penalty. Gets them the ball at their own 41-yard line, 1st and 10, and gosh, it may be the first down.
It is their first, Mike, of the half.
Wow. 4:16 remaining in the half. Bennett's under center. Twins left. Trips to the left. Twins to the right.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
And Al fell on it.
Oh, he said incomplete pass.
Oh, no.
Here's the play. It's a bubble play on the
Finished
left-hand
pass
side. They've got
intended
3
for
receivers
Patrick
out
Crum.
there. The middle one runs a little bubble. Then you have the outside receiver that blocks down on DeAndre. DeAndre fights through the block. It looked like the reception was made. DeAndre comes through the block and then levels the receiver with the ball. And I thought it was a catch and a fumble, Mike.
Yeah, look that way up here.
I'm not going to disagree with you, Bobby. We don't always see things eye to eye, but I'm not going to disagree with that. But it was a great play by DeAndre regardless.
Twins left, 1 right for MBA. Single setback behind Bennett on 2nd and 11 from the 41. Draw play up the middle, busted through. Tailback, one man to beat. He's tackled from behind at the MUS 37-yard line. That was from the sophomore. And Jay Edwards saved a touchdown.
Jay's got some speed, and it's a good thing because that was really nice execution on the draw play, which is something that we knew NBA was going to do. They really run the draw series extremely well. Great hustle on Jay Edwards to bring him down.
1st and 10 for NBA on their first foray into MUS territory for the night. They give to the tailback, Crum. Sophomore heads to the right side and thrown from behind on a necktie tackle by DeAndre Jones.
Boy, except for DeAndre's digit finger and middle finger, he's got some running room.
Yeah.
Looks like John Stokes shaking up a little bit, pats his helmet and says he needs a break.
Only a gain of 2 on the play for Crum as Stokes and Ian Thomas both come out. 2nd and 8 for MBA. Twins to the left, 1 to the right, and they pitch it to Crum, the sophomore carrying the mail for MBA, and he's sacked up.
Great
after a
play.
gain of only a yard.
Great play by Edwards once again. Edwards is on the right-hand side, and he's got contained, which means he cannot allow the running back outside. He forces him inside, fighting through a blocker, and then makes the play once again.
I tell you, there was a great block by MBA on one of our linebackers. Our guys turned right into it, but it didn't stop. I mean, they got really rocked, and then he made that play. Big 3rd down play here, big 3rd down.
3rd and 6 for MBA. Twins to each side, single setback. That's Crum, the sophomore, has been... Here's a pass over the middle, complete, and close to a 1st down. I believe he's got it at the 26-yard line. That's completed to Rob Phipps, his wide receiver, who's still slant over the middle. 1st and 10 MBA at the MUS 26-yard line.
Hard to get much pressure on a 3-step drop like that, Bobby. And, you know, if we execute it well, the team should not be able to stop that, and vice versa when they execute well.
2:17 remaining in the half. Twins left, or handoff to Crum, and he's tackled in the backfield by Buck Towner, who's submarine from his left end spot, and
he submarines and then he starts crawling. He starts crawling in the backfield. He's just grabbing legs and ankles and feet. You gotta love it. I mean, you gotta love it.
You do not have to be 6'5", 300 pounds to be a good football player, and Buck Towner is the personification of what a guy with heart and desire can be.
All 5'10", 180 of him at defensive end. Tripped up Crum for no gain. 2nd and 10 for MBA. Big Red with trips to the left, Twins to the right. Empty backfield, back to throw. Fires, Bennett, complete. A flag on the play and into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I believe the flag's against MUS too for
Swan Burris on the reception. And the flag's against MUS, so the touchdown will count. Wow, 26-yard reception from Austin Bennett to Swan Burris.
And unfortunately, the bug of not tackling bit right there. We had 2 or 3 guys who had a chance to hit the receiver, and no one brought him down.
Now the extra point attempt, Clayton Foster, left-footed kicker will attempt to add the extra point for MBA. Now they're set for the snap. Ball is down, kick is up, and good with 1:27 left to play in the half. It's now MBA 7, MUS 3. You're listening to MUS Football on the OWL Broadcasting Network.
Kick is good.
Back at MUS, where MBA, after failing to get a first down for the most of the first half, finally puts a drive together, aided by MUS penalties. But the 26-yard pass from Austin Bennett to Swan Burris puts the Big Red up by 4, and they'll kick it off to MUS. Miles Bryant will take it at his 13-yard line, 20, 30, to the left of the 40, at midfield and down in NBA territory at the 48-yard line. Miles Bryant, the senior, on the return.
And I tell you what, Miles makes use of two of the things that he has available to him. Number one, he used his eyes. He kind of motored it down until he saw the hole, and then he used number 2, and that's the speed. Miles has very good speed.
So MUS with 1:18 to try to get on the scoreboard once again. They have twins to each side. Park in the shotgun with Chase Moore to his left. Michael back to throw, rushed and dropped as NBA blitz the linebacker Alfonso Knight, and Knight drops Park back at his own 43-yard line.
And they basically came with one more than we had blockers right there, Bobby. I mean, all of the offensive linemen were locked up with someone, and they kind of delayed the linebacker coming, and that young man has good speed. I think Michael made a wise choice. Rather than stand there and hold the ball up, trying to wave it around, he brought it in to protect it.
Yeah, he had nowhere to run to there.
And took a pretty good shot.
That's a couple of good ones he's taking tonight.
He needs a little help. He needs some of those receivers to make plays, come down with the balls, get one of those backs to bust through. I like Webber. Webber's been running pretty tough here lately. You get Webber the ball, let him do something like see Zach Scott. Zach Scott went up well last week trying to make a play. We need some guys to step up and make a play.
1:06 remains in the first half. MUS trailing 7-3 to MBA. Big Red scored just 20 seconds ago. 2nd and 19 for the Owls following the sack of Park. Owls again line up with twins to each side. And Chase Moore to the left of Michael Park in the shotgun. From the MUS 43-yard line. Park back to throw, being rushed. Fires deep over the middle. Pass is knocked down and intercepted.
Number 17 went up and got the football.
Jazz Rader.
He went up there and gave us a jump ball with Ian Lee Moore, and Rader went up and made a play.
And I'm not sure that Coach Austin didn't tell Michael, carry it out as hard as you can, and it's as good as a punt. NBA has the ball down there inside the 15-yard line. I'm not sure that he didn't just go ahead and say, Michael, air it out.
And then somebody's got to make a play, and the NBA guy made the play, and the MUS guy did.
Yeah, it was a jump ball. Both people had equal access to the ball.
57 seconds remain in the first half. NBA with a 4-point lead, and they've got the ball at their 14-yard line following the interception by Rader. They send single wideouts to each side. Lone setback behind. Bennett gets the handoff and cracks it across the 15 after about the 17-yard line.
Good pursuit defense that time by the Owl interior.
And that was Christian Waddy, the junior.
On the carry.
I'll be surprised if MBA is not content. They may take one long shot at it, but I think they'll let the clock go, and they'll be content to take that 7-3 lead in the half.
Oh, I'm sure they'll be quite content. 30 seconds remain now, and no attempt to stop the clock by either side. And now a knee taken by Bennett back at the 14-yard line, and that's the way it'll stand at halftime.
That ends the first half.
Both teams head for the locker room. With the score, MBA 7, MUS 3. You're listening to MUS Football on the OWL Broadcasting Network. Back deep to receive, and this one will not be returned as it's into the end zone, and Scott does his job. And
you couldn't ask for a better beginning, Mike, right there. That's exactly.
Zach Scott's
it's interesting because we were talking about no breeze.
It
Preston right as he was about to kick the ball, but Zach's got a very lively leg, and that's a great way to start the second half.
MBA with the football at their own 20-yard line following the touchback. Phipps comes out wide to the right. Another wide receiver wide left. They've got another man in the slot to the right. Lone setback, takes the pitch around the right side, stopped after a short gain. Ben Stallworth on the stop along with
Jay Edwards. Another spectacular play by Jay Edwards coming up. He's got contain on the right side, and he comes up and makes a good hit. Jay's playing well tonight.
Jay Edwards made the tackle.
Edwards getting his first start after being out with a shoulder injury.
Not real big, but a lot of speed, a lot of heart for Jay.
3-yard gain on the play for Waddy. 2nd and 7. Play action fake, back to throw. Bennett being rushed out of the pocket. Now he's up across the 30-yard line and has a first down. Austin Bennett scrambling for the first down. DeAndre Jones and Cisco Larson combined to bring him down, but not before he gets the first down at the 31-yard line.
Good coverage downfield. The quarterback had nowhere to throw the ball. But when you're coming with a 3-man rush, Bobby, you don't cover all the lanes, and it opens up sometimes for a quarterback to bring the ball down.
1st and 10 for the Big Red. Then 2 wide receivers left. Offset I in the backfield behind Bennett. And they give it to the tailback up the middle. That's Crum, the sophomore, and he's hit by DeAndre Jones, who's in a lot of the action tonight. Nice tackle by DeAndre, and a nice job by John Stokes filling the hole right there.
On the block. DeAndre Jones made the tackle.
That's good first down defense.
Gain of 3 on the play for Crum, makes it 2nd and 7 MBA. Big Red sends 2 wide receivers left this time. Offset I in the backfield. Bennett under center, and he'll pitch it to Crum around the left side. And he's hit and dropped after a short gain. That's Ben Stallworth, the middle linebacker.
Stallworth makes the tackle, but Edwards once again on the contain. He takes on the blocker. He submarines the blocker, which just steals off the outside, which forces the play back to the inside, and Stallworth is pursuing from inside out.
Gain of only 2 on the play makes it 3rd and 5 for MBA from their 36-yard line. They send 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. 1 lone setback in the backfield behind Bennett, who's under center. 3-step drop, fires, slant, complete for the first down, out close to midfield. He hit Phipps on the slant from the left side, and he takes it all the way up to the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 MBA.
Had man coverage on the outside.
Philip May
could not get beat deep, so he gave ground.
That's another
they ran the little slant in front of him.
The quarterback needs to be hit. We need to hit the quarterback. He's not their starting quarterback. We need to get him out of his rhythm. He's in way too much of a rhythm right now for a second-team quarterback. I always like to hit the quarterback.
And now timeout on the field called by MBA with 9:09 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's MBA 7, MUS 3. You're listening to MUS Football on the OWL Broadcasting Network. 1st and 10 for MBA from their own 48-yard line. Austin Bennett back to throw. Junior quarterback fires over the middle. Has a man at the MUS 45-yard line. That's fifth. Gets the block to the 40 and bounced out of bounds at about the 37-yard line.
Nice execution on NBA's part. There was a really nice block by a receiver downfield to allow extra yardage on that play.
Quarterback Austin Bennett had all day long to throw the football. He's sitting back there just looking and looking and looking. No pressure, no pressure, no pressure.
Just under 9 minutes remained in the third quarter. MBA driving with they've had the ball the entire third quarter. Two wide receivers left. They give it to the tailback. That's Waddy, and he's hit hard as flags fly right at the line of scrimmage, and that one liable to be stepped off against MBA. Preliminary signal is holding.
And that was good defense anyway on the draw play. No doubt you're going to take the penalty on this.
But the penalty really nullifies a great play by the MUS defense.
It does.
Towner does a super job of getting low and getting back in the backfield. And as always, he's just grabbing legs and ankles. And when he moves the line of scrimmage backwards, then the linebackers come and fill it. Good job defensively right there. But first and 20 sounds a lot better than first and 10.
Absolutely. MBA comes out with an empty backfield, trips to the right, twins to the left. Bennett under center, back to throw. Owls only rushing free, and they hit him in the backfield. He breaks the tackle and gets across the 45 down to the 43 for a gain of 4. Should have been a loss.
When you tackle someone from the side, you still have to put your helmet in front of them. You put your nose in front of them. How many times when you were playing for me, Coach Wade, did we talk about getting your head in front of the running back? They will run through a shoulder and arm tackle.
Twins left, trips right. Bennett again with an empty backfield, back to throw, being rushed, he's hit and dropped. For a loss back at the 45-yard line.
Nice pressure that time by Ben Stallworth and Cisco Larson.
Yeah, Stallworth will get credit for the sack, but Larson was helping make it happen. All right, we need one more play. One more play right here. Third, and looks like they're calling it 16. Looks more like about 18.
Yeah, it does to me too.
Third and a long way. You got to watch the draw and the screen, but at the same point in time, you've got to put pressure on that quarterback.
Twins to both sides. One lone setback behind Bennett. He retreats to throw. He's hit it. Go!
He was done when he recovered it, but that's the kind of play we had to have. DeAndre Jones holding the fumble, touchdown, on the recovery.
DeAndre comes on the blitz and puts his helmet in the numbers of the quarterback. By the time that quarterback got hit, the ball goes to the ground. You know, Tanner's always on the ground somewhere.
He was down there looking for ankles, right? Came up with a football instead.
All right, so we had the play made on defense. Now, who's going to be the playmaker on offense? Who's going to step up?
Stephen Bowie comes wide left. Lee Moore wide right. Split backfield behind the quarterback. Michael Park, who now drops into the shotgun. And gives to Chase Moore around the left side, and he stopped that for a short gain. Down to the 47-yard line, gain of maybe a yard on the play for the senior.
The initial area where I think Chase wanted to carry the ball looked like it was kind of plugged right there. He tries to bounce it out. There's just too many NBA players out there. But still, we got positive yardage. And you know, you call another play, second down and long.
Zach Scott checks into the ball game for Wepper, and the Owls go with 3 wide receivers this time. Park being rushed. Hit as he throws, and the pass almost picked off.
And that's dodging a huge bullet right there, Coach Wade. Dodging a huge bullet.
They're coming after Michael. Big-time pressure. Michael evades one tackler, would-be tackler, and then, you know, tries to get rid of the ball, and almost a big mistake.
Third down and 9, the result for MUS at the MBA 47-yard line. Owls need a third down conversion here to try to capitalize on this MBA turnover. Twins to each side, parking the shotgun with a running back to his right. Park sets up, being rushed, now rushes out of the pocket, and he's dropped at the 47-yard line. No gain on the play. He tried to run it up the middle after finding no receivers. And the Owls will have to punt it away on 4th and 9.
I don't know that I wouldn't try a fake punt here. Our offense is not working. If we have a good fake punt, not saying that we do, but if we had one, the way your defense is playing, you could do something here. Probably won't happen.
Drew Austin to punt it away, gets the kick high. And the MBA now takes the MBA bounce. The 15 goes back to the 20-yard line where it's down.
Drew Austin's punt is down at the 20-yard line.
Oh, he runs up behind the ball.
And MBA will take over at their own 20.
Trying to find the ball.
Once again, the ball hits at the 15. It could roll to the 10, but it didn't. It rolled back to the 20.
Yeah, Justin Brooks went down to down it for MUS.
Let's go 1-5.
Now, there was a turnover. There was an opportunity. Defense created it. Offense wasn't able to take advantage of it.
1st and 10 for the Big Red. Twins left, one to the right. They flip to the tailback. That's Waddy, and he's hit and dropped. Looks like a flag flew right at the point of contact.
And I would almost bet my house that that's a holding call from the outside.
Christian Waddy.
Gain of a couple on the play for Waddy, but it'll be nullified due to the holding call, the preliminary indication against MBA.
And when defensively you're just a little bit quicker than the offense, then they start resort to grabbing and holding, and I think that's exactly what the MUS defense is playing with a tremendous amount of quickness right now.
Now the 10-yard line, Mike. When you get down inside your own 20, things can happen down here. And that ball tends to come loose, and you're a little more nervous. Now it's really time to hit the quarterback again.
1st and 20 for MBA at their 10-yard line. Twins left, one right, one lone setback behind Bennett. And whistle blows, and looks like too much time.
Or I think we had a jump.
Dead ball. Ball start on the right.
Things happen back here. People just tighten up a little bit. You get a little more nervous. You're in your own territory. You're getting really in your own territory. Real close to that goal line back there.
Well, I'll say, how about 5-yard step off back to the 5-yard line? Actually, it looks like more like 6.
And that was a 4-yard penalty, I guess.
I guess. Who knows? Twins right, one left.
And we got another penalty. Number 74, the tackle on the NBA. He
Dead
jumped.
ball.
So we're going to the 3,
On the
Mike.
offense.
We're going to the 3, inside the 3.
2.5-yard line.
Now, here's where I want Buck down. Buck, I want you underneath them again, grabbing those ankles, and just grab the ball. I mean, if the offense can't score, the defense can.
Oh, sure. This is a team game. Nobody's going to say, well, the offense didn't score a touchdown.
1st and 27 for NBA. They've got wide receivers to each side, one lone setback behind Bennett, and they get off a play without a flag, and not much running room for the tailback. He's stacked up right at the 3-yard line. Looks like no gain to me.
That was Christian Waddy on the carry.
Ali Folk and DeAndre Jones both there.
DeAndre Jones made the stop.
I'll give him a yard after the 4. Call it 2nd and 26. Out front, Buck Towner, Ian Thomas in the middle.
Cisco Larson on the other side.
Cisco Larson on the right end. Again, one lone setback behind Bennett, and they fake it to him. Bennett rolls to his right. From his end zone, fires, and completes the rock to the 7-yard line, and down he goes.
Great tackle by Jay Edwards. Great tackle. Jay came up, and that
Bennett's
young man who
pass
caught
is
the ball, what you
complete
say,
to Ben Daniel.
outweighs Jay 30, 40 pounds?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
That's the tight
But Jay
end.
hit him,
Edwards
he went
made the
down. That
tackle.
was a great tackle.
That was the tight end for MBA.
And there's still not many really good 3rd and 26 kind of plays in the playbook.
No, but Stokes and Edwards just checked out. obviously more of a prevent defense package in, but I would like both of those guys in the game. I don't want them on the sideline.
3rd and 22 now from the 8-yard line. Back to throw. Fires deep and incomplete, just off the fingertips of Phipps.
And it was a touchdown if he catches it.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Nobody's breathing probably easier nor harder than Miles Bryant right now.
Wow, Miles is fast, but he gave him a little too much ground to make up on the outside.
Well, that's one you just keep getting depth. All right, now let's see if we go after the punt. Bobby, what do? Do you set up a return?
Yeah,
you go after.
What do you feel about your offense?
Bartholomew kicking from deep in his end zone. The Owls look like they're going to bring everybody. Here's the kick, and they get it away. Chase Moore takes it to the 39, cuts to the right to 35, looking for a block, and down he goes to the 33-yard line. Owls in great field position.
He made a good move on the
That was
first
Chase
man,
Moore
but
returning
rather than running
Bartholomew's
across
punt.
field, I really would have liked to have seen Chase take it right up the sideline here
Andrew Gibbs
on the home
made the
side of
tackle.
the field.
Yeah.
Ball
It's time
started
for the
at
offensive
the
line to open the holes.
32-yard
Open the
line.
holes and let's run the ball
First
down
down
the
in
front.
U.S.
Move the ball.
And I'd like to see young Wepfer with the football a few more times myself, and somebody else thought so too, because there he goes inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line.
And the reason you want to see him run the ball, Mike, is he runs over his shoulder.
That was
He's got a good
Wepfer
lead.
on the
So when he
carry.
gets hit, he drives through the player.
Chris Year made the stop.
5-yard pickup for Wepfer, gets it down to the 27-yard line where it's 2nd and 5. Wide receivers to each side, split backfield. Park will operate from the shotgun. And the handoff again to Wepfer, picking his way, gets close to the 25-yard line.
Not a good line push that play, though, Mike.
No.
MBA able to stack it up
Once
at
again,
the line
that
of
was
scrimmage.
Walt
Therefore,
Wepfer.
there's a big blockade there, and Walt has nowhere to run. The big guys up front have to latch on to somebody, keep their legs moving so they can move the defenders out of there.
3rd and 3, big play.
3rd and 3 for the Owls. They're in 4-down territory, though. Split backfield. Bowie, the lone wide receiver, wide left. Wepfer and Chase Moore split in the backfield behind Park, and Park will keep it on and he's got the first down, it looks like, down to the 22-yard line.
It's going to be close. Depends on where they mark it.
That was
Fakes
Michael
the dive,
Park
one
on
of
the
the
keeper.
Owls'
First
favorite
down.
plays, and Park has the first down.
Wow, we needed that.
And that's a good desire
Edward
play, Bobby, on
Densang
that
made
3rd
the
down.
tackle.
That was a good desire play. Good line play, good back play, good job by Michael Park.
And Michael ran as hard as he's run in a while.
First down in U.S. The ball's at the
Minute 18
21-yard
remain in
line.
the 3rd quarter. MUS trails MBA 7-3, but the Owls looking for the equalizer or to take the lead, actually. Wide receivers to each side, split backfield, and the give to Chase Moore off the left tackle, gets inside the 20 down to about the 18-yard line.
That's
That was
close to a
Chase
4-yard
Moore on
pickup
the
on
carry.
first down. That's not bad first down yardage.
No. 2nd and
Alfonso
6
Knight
from the
made
18.
tackle.
Moore lines up on the right, Wepfer on the left in the split backfield behind Park, and now Rob runs the option to the left, keeps it, and ducks down to the 15-yard line.
Michael Park on the keeper.
Michael, not Rob. I understand.
Oh, okay. Rob's punting down.
Rob's punting it out of the
I got you. Clock ticking down, under 20 seconds remain, and MUS is going to call a timeout with 12 seconds remaining.
No, I don't think they call timeout. They're just going to let the clock run.
Let the clock run out. Okay. No timeout. And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter with the score. MBA 7, MUS 3. You're listening to MUS Football on the OWL Broadcasting Network. Mike Lawhead, Barry Ray, and Bobby Wade back at MUS, where the Owls trail MBA 7-3 going to the 4th and final quarter, but the Owls knocking on the door at the MBA 15-yard line, where they have it 3rd down and 4.
Obviously, a lot of time left to go in the game, but this is kind of a gut check time, Bobby. You know, it's been a while since the Owls have put the ball in the end zone, and this is vital.
Can you draw them off sides right here?
You might can. We haven't altered our snap count, I don't think, a whole lot.
3rd and 4, a split backfield. Wide receivers to each side. Park under center, gives it to Moore, cracks it up the middle. He's short of the first down, gets down to maybe the 13-yard line.
Looks like it's going to be 4th and 1.
4th and 1 for the Owls.
What do you think you're going to do here, Coach Wade? What do you do?
Don't. Oh, God. Not that.
You're not going to call timeout?
I can't.
Think about it?
You know that at the time earlier. You got to know.
Timeout called on the field with 11:33 to play in the football game. It's MBA 7, MUS 3. You're listening to MUS football on the Owls Broadcasting Network.
I believe that we will win. 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 I believe that we will win.
4th and 2 for the Owls. Split backfield. Park under center. They fake the handoff. Park tries to keep it, and it looks like he's going to be stacked up short of the first down.
And that's a good play by MBA. MBA, defensive line, submarines the offensive line of MUS, moves the line of scrimmage back a half a yard, linebacker still it. We were not able to root the defensive line out of that.
So MBA takes over after a good defensive stand, keeps MUS short of the first down at the 14-yard line. And the Big Red takes over. Now let's see if the defense can hold them. 11:26 remain in what's been a defensive struggle throughout the night. MBA with a 7-3 advantage has wide receivers to each side, offset backfield, offset eye behind the quarterback Bennett. They give the Crum the tailback, and he busted through for a first down across the 25-yard line.
They run that draw play again. Nice execution. Good blocking at the point of attack.
That was Patrick Crum.
Patrick Crum, their sophomore, getting the football.
Patrick is kind of holding that ball a little bit loose in one arm, Bobby. It'd sure be nice to see somebody put a helmet on it and make that thing squirt.
Defense needs to score.
2 wide out to the left this time. Offset backfield. Bennett hands off to the tailback, and he's hit hard and dropped for a loss back at the 24-yard line.
Once again, that was Patrick Crum.
But DeAndre Jones is one of the players on the tackle. I know there were 3 Owls there.
I think DeAndre and John Stokes, and you may have had Ben Stallworth. I'm not sure.
Patrick Crum dropped for a 2-yard loss that time. 2nd and 12, wide receivers to each side. Offset backfield. Behind Bennett. Fakes to the tailback, throwing long over the middle, has the man. Oh, almost intercepted by Miles Bryant, who had it in his clutches at the 48-yard line and couldn't hold it.
In his hands, and I think he was thinking about scoring a touchdown. But you got to catch it before you can run with it.
Miles let the ball get into his chest, and we all know that that ball hits those pads in there, it's going to bounce.
3rd and 12 for MBA. 10:16 remains in the football game. 2 wide outs left, 2 to the right. 1 lone setback behind Bennett, who's under center. Junior back to throw, hit as he throws, incomplete, intended.
Nice pressure there by Cisco Larson and Buck Towner, leveling the quarterback as he tries to let go of the ball. Again, the defense steps up and does an outstanding job.
They really did, and they get a big hand from the MUS faithful here on the west side of Holdout Field.
Who's our puck blocker?
I don't know. Bartholomew in the kick. The Owls look like they're going to bring the house this time. Bartholomew at his 10-yard line. Here's the snap, and the kick is away. Chase Moore will let it hit. and let it roll, and that will roll dead at the 32-yard line. And that's where the Owls will take over. So another good kick. Let's see, 44 yards for Bartholomew.
Rolls dead at the 32-yard line. First down MUS.
All right, Michael, let's get them rolling, buddy.
9:56 to play in the football game. First and 10 for the Owls from their 32. Michael Park under center. Split backfield with wide out to each side. Owls have moved the ball well on the ground tonight. Park being rushed, flushed out of the pocket, rolls to his right, fires downfield, and that's going to be almost intercepted at the 45-yard line. Should have been, but dropped by the MBA defensive back, Chris Gear.
I appreciate the giveaway. Miles gave one away, and they gave one away. Very ill-advised throw that time.
Yeah, he was aiming it for Austin down there, I guess, but really nowhere near him.
No.
Second and 10 for MUS. Owls get a break. See if they can capitalize. Wide receivers to each side, split backfield behind Park. Three-step drop, fires, complete to Dewey for the first down up at the 47-yard line.
That's what you need to do right there. Quick passes. Let Michael get in a rhythm. It's an easy three-step drop. Therefore, you don't have to worry about the pressure. You don't have to worry about the real deep passes where somebody can get underneath it.
First down MUS.
Drew Austin comes wide right. Stephen Bowie's wide left again. Split backfield behind Michael Park. First and 10 Owls from their 46-yard line. Park now drops back into the shotgun between the two running backs. And hands to Wetfer. And Walt Wetfer, the sophomore, busted up across midfield and into NBA territory at the 49-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play.
That's tough running by Walt. He's carrying one or two with him, and then he had one of his offensive linemen come help him, push him out a little bit. Get that line rolling. It's key up front.
Clock rolling with 8:52 remaining in the football game. Park under center. Back to throw. Fires deep down the left side for Bowie, and incomplete, and a flag thrown at the 22-yard line. I think they got the man for safeguarding, right, Barry?
I think he did. He raised his hands up in Stephen's face. He never turned to find the ball. He cannot do that.
Man, hits the defense in the back.
Right.
It was a tip-off. And he had his hands up in Bowie's face, so great.
Automatic first down.
And again, I like the call, Bobby. I like the call. Maybe just a little further downfield, and that's a completion, but we'll certainly take the first down right here.
Particularly after you run the little hook, the hitch, couple plays before. Here's Park rolling to his right, fires to the sideline, incomplete, dropped by Austin at the 24-yard line.
I'm talking about Michael getting in a rhythm. His receivers have to help him out. He gets the hit. He gets outside. He's rolling. He's got green grass. He's got a receiver wide open. He delivers it. Okay, and they drop it. Has a hard time getting into a rhythm when you know, it's always something. It's always something.
Again, the receiver let the ball get into his chest. He didn't catch it with his hands out away from his body.
8:28 to play. Second and 10 Owls at the NBA 34. Park with a handoff to Chase Moore off the left side, and only a couple of yards down to the 33-yard line.
I like Michael on the corner just like he had earlier. Get him on the corner where he can get out of that pocket, get away from that pressure. He can see the whole field. He can run, but he can see the whole field and deliver the football.
Lee Moore checks into the game as the Owls bring in another wide receiver. They have 3 of them wide right, 1 to the left. Park in the shotgun on 3rd and 8 from the NBA 32. Back to throw, Park fires, has a man. He's got
football in traffic. Zach Scott, the exact person I said could make the play.
And he made the play. He was aided a little bit by the safety, thinking he was going for a touch, an interception rather than playing defense, but still, great catch by Zach and touchdown Al.
And now he's going to try to add an extra point. I like Zach Scott. I like him. He's a player.
Now Zach will attempt to add the extra point out of the hole by Jeffrey Wright. Bad snap, but Wright gets it down, and Scott's kick is good.
Excellent job by Jeffrey Wright getting the ball down, Mike.
With 7:43 to play in the football game, it's now MUS 10, MBA 7. You're listening to MUS Football on the OWL Broadcasting Network. MUS back on top, 10-7, thanks to Zach Scott, who's accounted for all the MUS points tonight, all 10 of them. 20-yard field goal, a touchdown reception of 32 yards from Michael Park, and then the extra point. And now he's going to kick off. So a productive night for the senior. Back deep for MBA is Patrick Crum standing at his goal line, and Zach's not going to give him a chance to return it as he puts it into the end zone, as he has on 3 occasions tonight.
Don't underestimate that. That's a big weapon right there.
Big weapon. NBA's got 80 yards to go, and as well as the defense in play tonight, Bobby, they're going to have to continue to put forth that kind of effort.
No like Buck Counter out there making something happen.
Yard line. Oh, no.
I mean, that's
The players didn't, but that's good coaching good. Coaching on the strategy that we utilize right there, and then great execution by the kids on the field.
NBA ball at their own 2-yard line with 1:14 to go. They've got to go 98 yards. MUS with a 10-7 lead. Big Red sends 2 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Bennett's the quarterback with 1 back behind him, fires on the run, hits the man out the 5, and he's hit at the 8 and drops.
Good job keeping him in the field of play. The clock will continue to roll.
And I always like aggressive up front, passive in the back. Put pressure on the quarterback so you don't give him all day long for the receivers to get down the field, but stay deep in the secondary.
51 seconds remaining. Bennett back to throw, rush out of the pocket, runs out of bounds, and stops the clock.
And he took a shot by DeAndre Jones right there on the sideline.
Yep, DeAndre knocked him out of bounds.
Forced out of bounds by DeAndre Jones.
43 seconds remain.
That clock just needs to keep rolling. It'll be a first down and 10, Mike, from the 15.
Okay, he did get a first down. Okay, first and 10 at the 15-yard line. Bennett under center, twins left, 1 right. Back to throw, big rush, he's hit and dropped. Oh, no! Allie Foltz.
And that was Cisco Larson. Yeah, Cisco had gotten great penetration, had him wrapped up, forced a bad pass. I really wish Cisco had been able to get him on the ground, because that clock would still be rolling.
10-7, 34 seconds left, Mike.
Coming down to the nitty-gritty here.
Oh, if you have a sack, that clock just rolls on and rolls on.
Yeah, before you can get the ball off, 10 seconds is gone.
Owls with a 3-man front, trips to the left, 1 to the right. Bennett under center, back to throw, looking deep on the left side. Gets away from the pressure and fires, has Phipps at the 35-yard line, and they say he's still in bounds. Clock continues to run.
They're stopping it for the first down, movement, Mike. to throw the football. So therefore, the receivers of MBA got downfield. And when you give them that much time, and when our defensive backs are playing so conservative, you just can't do that. You've got to put pressure on the quarterback. You've got to hit it. You've got to hit the quarterback.
Fresh legs, Jim Bitton in the ball game to be a defensive lineman. See if we can't increase that rush a little bit, Bobby.
23 seconds to play. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left for MBA. Back to throw. Bennett fires over the middle, has a man complete at the 40-yard line of MUS. That's 5th.
Now you can't panic defensively. You can't panic. It's base defense. Don't panic and you're fine. Don't panic and you're fine.
MBA is getting close to field goal position.
Makes that placement who made the catch at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 for MBA from the Owl 41. And they spike the ball again with 13.6 seconds remaining. Ian Thomas checks back in the ball game for MUS. And I don't know how good a leg their kicker has. But
He's got a pretty good one, Mike. I watched him warm up.
They have to either get a first down, or get out of bounds, or that clock's rolling.
No question.
MUS fans, next week the Owls travel to ECS to mix it up with the Eagles.
5 yards.
Following
I'm not
week,
sure exactly what that penalty was. I didn't see it.
that's for
the new MUS
getting on the, who knows?
Here it is.
2nd and 15. 13 seconds remain from the MUS 46-yard line. Trip to the left, 1 to the right. Bennett back to throw, being rushed, fires, he hits, he throws, incomplete.
And that was Cisco Larson on the rush. Outstanding rush by the senior.
Cisco Larson hit the quarterback Bennett just as he threw and made that pass.
Charlie Playable.
Ball short, 7.8 seconds remain.
And it's key, so key to get that rush like that. Cisco Larson, big play right there. We need it one more time. There's
We got another flag.
Flag on the NBA side at the 45-yard line.
Oh, this is a big one.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Wow. And that had to have been on something that was said by the coach on the sideline.
Yeah.
Because it was the official on the sideline who made that call.
So they're all the way back to their own 39-yard line now with 7.8 seconds. 3rd and 15.
Come after the quarterback all day. Don't give him time. Do not give him time to even launch one.
This could be the last play of the game, or...
Bobby, we got a 4-man front. Are you going to bring an extra linebacker?
All day. All day. I'm going to put pressure one way or another. You got DeAndre up there at the line, though, okay? So DeAndre's quickness can put pressure. That can be a big help right there. So maybe you're going to stay with your 4 and drop the rest. That looks like what the Owls are going to do.
MUS leads MBA 10-7, 7.8 seconds remain. 3rd and 30. Bennett's under center. Now he's back to pass, being rushed. He's hit and dropped and that's the ball game.
Forward, up the ball from the linebacker position. He was back off the ball 10 yards. He moved the rest of the outlet to move up. He's now coming after the quarterback.
And that's a great win for this Owls football team. Forget last year.
And they gutted it out.
Absolutely, they gutted it out. They did what they had to do to win.
MUS comes back in the 4th quarter and defeats MBA 10-7 to go 2-1 on the season. We'll be back with a wrap-up from Hold On Field following these messages. You're listening to MUS Football on the Owl Broadcasting Network.